Now that we've won that fight, we've got to ensure that those barriers and those fights and those hurdles aren't there for any other family. And that's really what it's all about, getting services and programs to children. In September this past year, the Assembly of First Nations hosted a national gathering, related to Jordan's Principle, and it was very powerful and very moving because a lot of the families demonstrate a lot of courage and strength for coming up and sharing their stories, sharing their teachings, sharing their wisdom, sharing their life experiences about what they went through in trying to look after their little ones.
Together we did a really awesome, powerful submission, and the commissioners sided with us and they referred our case to the tribunal.
It really is a teaching moment to all levels of government, to listen and to witness and to bear witness to some of the challenges that these families faced. One of the most important rights we have is the right to self-determination as Indigenous peoples.
All we ever wanted was what they would be entitled to if we weren't Indigenous and didn't live off reserve. That's all. Just the same services that are available to other children. That's all. We never asked for anything special. We never asked for anything more than what we would have gotten if we lived off reserve. Like with Noah, all we ever wanted was for him to ride a bus to school like other kids. That's all.
I don't think parents and families should be burdened with their fiscal year. That's when I think there's some systemic issues in terms of how the government communicate with families. For example, the burden. I don't think we should be burdened with their fiscal year, which is March 31st, because my kids' disability and their needs do not end March 31st.
We know the needs. People know the needs in their families. People know the needs in their communities, in their First Nations. And who better else than to meet those needs than the people that are there on the ground? You're going to have a more effective and efficient utilization of resources. You're going to have better success, better results.
And if it hadn't been for Jordan's Principle, I have no idea where we would be today. I know my boys wouldn't be as happy and productive and looking forward to the future.
It's time again that provincial and federal governments recognize there's another jurisdiction that should be recognized, First Nations jurisdiction. And there's room and space in Canada for that to happen.